that is, but it sounds cool. You should make a secret account and see how long it takes for someone to recognize you. Yeah. Capybara testing ground. Oh, I see. All right. Anyways. I did actually. I got all the cheers from my server and I'm putting them in already. And it sounds literally so natural. It's actually insane. Minecraft music. Oh, I see. For real? Huh. Anyways. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go eat food or something. I don't know. Insane stream though. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the donators. Big shout outs.
I spin you.
But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for being sad. For watching. Have a great rest of your day.
Anyway, hello Void VR. We are building Walking on Air today. I'm still actually setting up the description, trying to think of what the heck I'm... Anyway, as far as I know, to walk on air, the air has to be rather thick. And so right now, my plan is that I'm actually going to do a few changes to the gameplay and a few changes to the clouds, because right now the clouds look something like this. I should probably turn show background on because I had the background off just to annoy Dying Cow, because annoying Dying Cow is really fun. Right now the clouds look something like this, which, I mean, it's not bad. Actually, no, it looks something like this, which, I mean, it's not bad, but it's a little messy. Can I teach you how to deco? No, I don't know how to deco either. My best advice that I can give is ask Audiovisual, do whatever he does. Let's see. I have gotten a couple of tips from Audio that I could probably help you with. Like, if you're gonna outline stuff with glow, use glow circles. Even if it looks kind of grainy, it's not really going to look grainy when you actually get into it. Use blending for things. Use the 1.6 blocks for some reason. Those just work somehow. Oh, yes, this layer. All right. So right now I'm thinking that I'm going to change these. I mean, the clouds currently don't look that bad, but they're a little messy. So I'm going to try using something that looks more like this. So a maybe slightly static-ish kind of deco, but not a much simpler and cleaner one. I might also, this particular block design, I know I can make it look really good, but on the other hand, it's a little bit messy for this part, and I'm probably going to move it to the beginning because the beginning part, I have very little idea of what exactly I want to do. So I could probably take that block design and move it to the beginning, which would otherwise be a much emptier part of the level. Yeah. Anyway, so right now I want to check one thing actually first. So that the bounds are here and here. Oh, that's not even block design at least. Oh, jeez. Let's see. So for block design, definitely start by trying to make decently interesting structures. Rectangles are usually not going to cut it, but if you can make up something out of a lot of rectangles, then that can often work really well. Also, there's a line there. I personally, according to audio, going freehand with the 3D line objects is an incredible experience. It's not really something that I'm that fond of, but if you want to try it out, sure, try it out. Use movements, fill in everything with the solid color as to begin with, and then kind of go from there. Use the color loop, so something like this. So you see how these loop through a couple of different colors, and it kind of stays that way throughout the level. That can often look interesting. Well, if you probably want stuff to look good, not just interesting. So and yeah, hopefully that is enough to make something that looks good. Just realized I need to take this spike and move it out of the way. I do not have a start position. Where is this place to put a start position? Let's make a flying guess. Hello, Brian G. Tag. Welcome to stream. Where are we? Ah! We are not in the right place whatsoever. How about now? Good enough. We're also in a ton of lag, which is great. I see. Oh my goopiness, as audio says. Anyway, so what I want to do is the main point of this level is to make every transition invisible and yet have the gameplay at super readable. So what I'm going to have here is I'm going to have a ship transition, and I'm going to move this ship transition is going to be on group 2. I think that's the invisible group. It doesn't really matter. And then we're going to get rid of these orbs and move that down one space. And then we're going to have a nice big dash orb. And it's going to be right there. Actually, this can go one space to the left. So now this will make sure that the player lets go and then holds, because I don't want them holding into the ship portal and then getting yeeted up into the stratosphere and wondering what the heck is going on. I want them to try to actually hit the dash orb. So the problem with having the dash orb here is that they'll probably try to buffer it, which means they'll probably click somewhere around here. So instead of making the dash orb activate here, I'm going to make a second dash orb right here. Scale that one all the way up. So now there's an invisible dash orb right in front of the one that they think that they're going to hit. So now we can just... Oh, the banana peel level. So I'm in the middle of doing some optimizations, and also moving some of the shading to the high detail. Hello, person with several characters that I unfortunately don't know what they are supposed to sound like. I'm more than happy to download your level. Oh wow, you got an easy face rate? That is so hard to get. I'll download the level, but I won't play it until the stream is ended. So, let's see. Just gonna check. Yep. Q is the invisible group, but it's touch triggered, so that means that I can actually see what I'm doing. Hello, Pixa. Yeah, most face rates are normal, hard, harder, or insane. It's, well, not just most, it's like almost always one of those. If a level gets almost all auto rates, if almost everyone rates a level auto, it gets normal. If almost everyone rates it easy or normal, it gets hard for some stupid reason. Or hard. Most people rate it harder, it gets harder. Oh, hi, Dying Cow. I started streaming like literally 10 minutes ago. I probably would... I was probably going to notify you in like the next 5 minutes. As soon as I was done talking. Which, well, actually, that could be a while. Anyway, so right now I'm... planning on taking a lot of this out, because those I can take out just fine. They're copy and pasted. So the problem here is that, do I want to make it the clicks here sync with the music, or do I want to stay in ship mode? 'Cause I can't really do both. I can't really make the ship land on platforms either, which was what I had it before right now. So the clouds, what it would actually look like is this, but I think I'm actually going... I keep saying actually. So what the clouds would look like right now is this, which probably looks fine, but I'm gonna try to make a cleaner sort of design, which I've done like 10 seconds of work on, but I see everyone saying sync, so fine. What else could I guess I might have to make it a different... I might have to make it a different game mode. What can I... I don't want to change it right back to cube here, because if I do that, then if I do that, then it's not really... going to be, then the ship transition doesn't really make much sense anyway. I could try UFO. The problem with using a flying game mode is that I would have to actually make... I'd probably have to put some sort of obstacle above the player. I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, I also have to make that group too. We'll give it a play and see what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't really land on the platform. Well, let's try moving those up. And also, I'm going to take most of these and get rid of them because they're not actually lined up with the gameplay. Also terrible. Yeah, that's not really. I can make it work. I can make it work. Yeah, if I use a pink orb there, scale it up. And now here I make the transition back to cube. And these portals I'm going to leave as is. You know what? Maybe here I can make it ship transit. I can put ship in this one, since it would be mini ship. And if I make it mini ship, then I can probably do the same thing that I was planning earlier. And if I do that same thing, wait, do I want to keep that platform or get rid of it? I'm probably going to want a different one. I do not want to beat Spammy Wave Dying Cow. That does not really sound like it would fit my palette. Let's see. Now, I guess we do the same thing here as we did with the other one. Make an extra big. Dashboard. I think I'm going to make these point. I don't know. What the heck was that? What happened to my dashboard? Okay, so it actually yeets you up pretty high there. Problem is I don't really know how. Looks like one of my this dash orb got deleted accidentally, which threw me off, as it would have thrown off anyway. Okay. I can probably put these a little earlier even. Put a little ceiling here. Something like that. And add another dash orb. Get rid of that platform since it doesn't really make sense. Actually, it makes some sense. Make dash orb bigger. Get rid of that. So now you'll be just falling off of the ceiling, and we're gonna put a little should probably put in like an S block. Right there. And also an S block here, except a big one. Actually, probably two big ones because the dash orb is rather big. Kind of redirect the player's momentum just a smidge there. And put in our happy little portal friend there. And now these you can get rid of. These I think I can get rid of. Dang it, that doesn't quite work. So I'm gonna put this blue orb just a smidge higher up. Okay, getting close. Probably move this over just a tad, because right now we're not falling down nearly enough. Very nice. Okay, almost there. And probably push that orb up just a tiny bit. And I have yeeted myself into oblivion, as happens about every Tuesday. So we need to prevent that from happening. And move that over just a smidge and add placeholder spoik. So the problem here is that I'm missing the dash orb entirely. So I'm going to extend that ceiling, make it a lot harder to miss the dash orb. Okay, so now I can move these over. I seem to have acquired IDs in chat. Give me one moment. Woolsey's woes? Oh my goodness. Wow. And then the effect one was Azuris. Interesting. Okay. We will have a fun time after stream. Happy to say that that Mount Carl is probably doing well. I think the lag is a lot better than it was. Shameless self plug. It's my Carl Sagan 42. Not really joke level, more like getting over it level. Should be mini and okay, need to be a little bit farther to the left. Okay. And I missed. We're gonna have to I'm actually gonna have to fix that. I don't really want that to be possible. So in order to make that not possible to miss, we can put in a little sneaky trick. And that sneaky trick is basically extending this platform upwards, a way that makes it so that you can just kind of run up it. Those group 2 so that the player doesn't notice and get distracted. I wonder what all this is. Oh yes, I remember. Wonder what object I was using for that. Of course. Hello DRN28, welcome to stream. Let's see, where was I? I think I was here. Now the question is, do I or do I not make this portal invisible? Because if I make the portal invisible, the player can still see, oh look, there is orb there. Me see orb, me hit orb. But on the other hand, will people actually get that, or will they just think that the orb is, I don't know, a coin route or something? Because the level does have coin. Of course, you have to actually let go of the dash orb, which I was not doing. Hello, Womp. GD, are you a Womp? From Womp's Fortress? Let's see. I can probably throw in a robot transition here somewhere. Can I? I really want to throw in a robot transition. I'm not so sure. No, I'll do what I did in the other one. I won't throw in another transition. You don't need too many. Not really sure what style I'm going for right now, but I know what I want the level to look like when I'm done with it, roughly. So I'm going to quickly take this and make it into I know it looks like it could work to replace the cube with the robot here, but this part would be a lot. This part relies a lot on being the ability to just hold to keep jumping, and I'm kind of feeling like making it robot could make that a little bit too tricky, especially right here. These jumping from here to here to here, it would be two very quick jumps. I could change to, no wait, I could actually make this robot. If I just change this up a little, I can absolutely make this robot. All I have to do is, boom, platform gone. Now I just have to check that works. Flip gravity, mini, triple speed. Wait for it. And I forgot that pads launch you higher in robot mode. Yay! So we'll have to move the robot portal a little to the side. Still launches me higher. Too high. Okay, so I did not want to do this. Can't really make a slightly less powerful pad. If I do that, it might look like you can just fall from this to this, which you can't. I can't really... Can I? Where are the ceiling... Where's the ceiling spike? I can! Maybe. It's gonna take forever to... And I got lag spiked. Yeah, the platform is just kind of small. I'm not so sure about this. Oh, and I forgot to put in a transition. I would have to move that over. Probably get rid of that because you can just make that jump. Put in a cube portal right there somewhere. Yeah, I keep missing this jump. It's not great. Also, I'm landing really far to the right of that on that platform. So move it up a tiny bit. 193 views on your last stream. Wow. Yeah, it's not the best. Well, admittedly, I am trying to play it with my left hand, which is... I just want to try to make this as easy as possible. Oh, apparently that works. Did not mean for that to work. Ooh, I just remembered. I want to make those a little bit to the left. So, yeah, it looks... I can make this... I can probably make this work. It's not going to be that... It's going to be a little bit tricky, though. I can make that platform a little bit wider. I also should make this one 2 blocks wide just because don't want the player falling in that gap. Absolutely do not want that. Because it happens so often and it's so annoying. In other people's levels, not mine. Hey. And I forgot to let go of the dash orb again. I could make those spikes move a bit to the right. I could also... Brian, if you want to make a collab, you probably should offer to do a good part of the deco. You should offer to do at least one full section of deco. If you're like, hey, I made layout, anyone want to collab with me and do all of the decoration and not so I can take all of the credit? I'm not so sure people are going to be taking you up on that offer. You want to see the full level? Give me a moment. I want to make this thing first. To make thing, we first take these, copy and paste, and you rotate it. And then we realize, oh, perfect. Actually, yeah, one degree less. This effect right now is supposed to be basically just like, you know how, I might be dating myself, but I think there used to be like, you know how the waveform for audio tracks kind of looks like a squiggly line? So basically I'm trying to make a squiggly line that kind of imitates or at least looks like it's trying to imitate the song. A bit like it's a bit like the volume stack effect you might have seen before in levels. I don't know how often it's used today, but it was definitely used quite a bit back in the like 1.9 era. Well, actually, even then, you might not have seen it unless you were actively looking at funny game levels. But the idea of this is sort of vaguely similar. Yeah, basically, yeah, it's a modified volume stack. And I'm probably going to absolutely butcher this attempt. It's probably going to be horribly unoptimized this first time around. So basically just have a long line like this, and then give it first off a long line, and make it more and more wavy. And then basically this would be trying to represent the vocal-ish sounding line that comes into the song at this point. And you know, I'm probably gonna take this idea and then just make a joke out of it by making it do all kinds of silly loops and things. But yeah, I start off by making a quick sine wave that'll just go across the screen at a pretty fast clip. Rate increase the amplitude. No, I do not have Mega Hack Dying Cow. Not really sure why I've made that decision, but I have, so whatever. Incorrect, Dying Cow. I do technically have one modification. I have the 4 GB patch. That's it. But yes, you are technically incorrect. Haha. Get nerded. So what am I doing? What I am doing is I am taking this line and I'm giving it a procedure. I'm giving it actually, this might be a bit much already. I am giving it a sinusoid thing. Oh wait, somebody wanted me to showcase the whole level. But no, the curvy blocks. You meaning these? No, these curve way too much. Just to give an idea, you have to go through a full 90-degree curve to use them, and they're way too sharp. Yeah, the main reason I don't use these that much is because there aren't any 45-degree versions of them, or even less degree versions. I just don't really very often find a place where I want to go through a full 90-degree curve, and I can't really find a way to use them otherwise. Rotate one space. How far does that go up? Okay. So this is going to be perfect. It's going to be about roughly double the amplitude of that last one, and then we can go triple, quadruple, and so on. It's going to look groated. Except it isn't, because I'm not audiovisual and I can't make things look groated. And should also make sure that my computer doesn't do a crashy thing and make me lose a ton of progress. I should also double check the wavelength of this thing is 5, 10. Okay. Looks like my wavelength is pretty much on point just now. I'm gonna have to make this curve a little bit more. So yeah, I want the wavelength to be 5 or 6-ish. This is slightly off and it's bugging me. Oh, whatever, that's fine. Do I know how to loop? Yes, of course I know how to loop. This is one of the, well, it's, I'm not going to copy the other curve and flip it because I want the amplitude to gradually increase. And if you notice, I copy this curve and flip it, it's considerably shallower than this one. It's also, and it also looks kind of lopsided by comparison. Which means I should probably rotate that one another tick. But yeah, I'm steadily increasing the amplitude, so they're not quite the same. Also, this object isn't actually quite symmetrical. One edge is sharp and the other edge has a slight gradient to it, which can be a pain in the butt in some instances, but that's another reason that I'm not flipping anything. I could probably take the curves, flip them, and then do some finagling, which I think I might actually do now. Copy, move, do with finaglingeth. What, are you hoping that you could get to tell me what to do in voice chat? Actually, this might be better. Right now, the amplitude is pretty small. Now, we rotate those. in that. You rotate, okay? Very similar to nuts and honey. And then we get very concerned about our wavelength being off again. So that means that this is not steep enough here because we're not getting enough height on this business. This sound does not have enough height. Pretty sure the 2.1 stuff is perfectly good for making stuff realistic. It's just, I guess it's pretty object heavy. Heck you, YouTube, for some reason when I type in an emoji, it sometimes deletes the rest of the message. Why? So it looks like I'm not actually going to be using these other curves very much. I'm just going to be kind of tracing around them a little bit. Like so. I'm also going to go and delete all the start positions because somebody wanted to see the full level. It's a little dash orb to make the player hold there so that they get the robot super jump. They get the robot super jump automatically. I have this movement, the background movements going in a loop right now, and for some reason the loop is not going back to the same place every time, which is super annoying. Oh my gosh, I'm getting some serious lag now. So, sorry, the music sync isn't that good. Oh, come on, that happens? That's annoying. You have to make those platforms bigger. The loop is up here. It is a color loop, and it loops colors. As you can see, the colors do be looping. And now I have no idea where the heck I was. There we go. Oh, the movie, it's not really a loop, it's just the same move triggers copied over and over, because I don't want it to be exactly the same each time. So, let's see, this, it goes minus 24 in the x, plus 24 in the x, minus 24 in the x, plus 24 in the x. Duration lines. It could be just that I have... Is the portal checked? The portals are checked, so that the duration lines are correct. Minus 48 in the y, plus 48 in the y. Minus 48 in the y, plus 48 in the y. And yet it still freaking drifts! If you know the problem, please tell me, because I cannot figure it out. If it's that I just Wait a second. Wait, no, those are fine. Those should be fine. The broken moving triggers? Which ones are broken? Okay. I mean, these are already all hit with a line X, so they're, if it's an X position problem, it's probably not an X position problem. It's something getting spawned in twice. I can try moving them around a little bit like that. I'm not sure what you mean by I'm not entirely sure what you mean by broken, because there aren't any of them that are just straight up not working. All of them work, but they're like moving it slightly less than they should be, and it's like, I don't think it's anyone in particular, it's just all of them. Either that or I just set it up. Either that or I just set those ones up wrong. I probably would have to do a replay, make a replay of this and check it frame by frame, because I don't actually know whether it's correct at the beginning, because my memory is failing me. Top 10 anime betrayals. My memory versus me. Ah, okay. So not all of them left. Take, I don't know, maybe the ones on the inside. And, well, since I already moved all of these left, move them to the right one space, you're saying? Interesting. Sure, let's give it a try. Basic idea for this first section is to make jumps that are a lot more floaty than they should be. Oh, that might actually have fixed it. Just not paying attention to the gameplay. Nope, I think it still is drifting. I really hope this isn't one of those, haha, it only works on the first attempt sort of things. See how they're getting they started getting farther apart from each other? No, it doesn't look like it worked. This part, yeah, this cloud design is just much too object heavy. It looks like the robot jump height intuition can carry there. But you do need some experience for that. The problem is I don't actually know if it's a lag problem or what. I think I'd like to work on this for a bit. So what I want to do is I basically want to have some sort of, I don't know, big hexagon or octagon in the center. Yeah, I can probably put in a movement eventually to correct for the drift. I don't really want to work on that just now, though. So give it I don't know, a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few years. Anyway, back to this. And now we go to our calculator to see how big a hexagon with this side length would need to be. And then we realize we don't actually really want the hexagon to have that exact side length. I want these to be slightly turned because then it'll look slightly more natural. So we move them by, we rotate them by like 2 degrees, move that by 2 small spaces, and then we go into the calculator. And this distance is 4, and we need 4 times square root of 3. Square root of 3 is 1.732. Yeah, heck it, I'm using the calculator. Oh right, wait, this computer actually has a hotkey for the calculator for some reason. And 3 square root times 4, basically 7. So, and it's not quite 7, so we move it 1 space that way. And now, if we copy these and move them around, it's pretty close. I just realized I could also have just done it like that. Okay. So now we have a very nice looking hexagon. And I realized one other thing. And that other thing is that I wanted to make the corners rounded. And let's see, then I should probably make it a spacing of 8. And leave these there to indicate the halfway point. Maybe to there? Not quite. 1 space more? 1 space more maybe, please? Please work. Perfect. That might be perfect. My inspirations for this level? I don't know, just kind of wanting to make a platforming that kind of looks like you're walking on almost nothing without a care in the world. Not very good at getting inspired by another level, if that makes any sense. And corners are going to be a bit tight. So we move it another space or 2 down. And this time we rotate it until it lines up with that in angle. Copy and paste, flip, delete these. Deselect because otherwise I would have deleted the wrong thing. And hopefully we can get this right. curvature. Looks good. Okay. Looks like a good radius of curvature. We can now we can now take this, copy and paste, rotate to copy and paste, rotate, and then be sad because it doesn't fit. Ah. Works on that, I think. They're probably just not in the same spot. Whatever. We can manually adjust it. It's also more than likely that I didn't actually get the rotation angles right. But now, yeah, we have a hexagon. It's very hexagonal. And everything in this hexagon is scaled up to the same value, which is really good because now I can just, if I need to, I can just scale it up and down or down. Which I think I'm going to do now. Scale it to 1.8 and hope that I didn't just wreck it by moving it outside of the buildable area. We're gonna make this what? It's T1 9. So this be T1 and 9. Make all of this T1 and 10 and give it a slightly bluish gray color. And then take this and hit rotate button. And voila. Okay, so and then the last step is going to be filling it in with glow. And we could probably put this on a different layer because now the next step is to take this, copy and paste it, rotate it a little bit, and then move it until these line up. Like so. Also, rotate it more, which I probably should do because otherwise it's going to be way too big. All right, see you, Dren28. And how much is that angle? It's like 30 degrees. It's going to be double the size of my hexagon if I leave it that way. You know what, we can probably make this a lot easier on the angle by, instead of doing a ton of calculations of angles of dangles, you hit that button, which rotates it by a set amount. Imagine that. And now, we can make this into an octagon. And hopefully we don't exit the boundary of it. No, it looks like we're fine there. One last copy and paste. This is incredibly... I'm very happy that this thing isn't object heavy, like in the slightest. It's literally 36 objects for that whole thing. Which is, I mean, that's not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. Now we take this thing and center it. And fill in the hole with another of these objects. then realize that I don't actually need to fill in the hole if I am going to just be filling in this much bigger hole on the higher layer. And also get mildly infuriated because this is almost enough to fill that gap, but not quite. So we have to use an extra object for that. Is there anyone still on stream? Probably not, but whatever. There is a very small hexagonal hole there. Should we cover it up with a glow object? Yes. Why? Because I said so. In fact, we should probably cover it up with not one, but 2 glow objects. Now you can't see it at all. And we have to take this paste color. And we outlined this whole thing with those glow objects, except scaled down to 1. And this is going to be really bad, but whatever. It'll be fine. It's going to be a pain in the butt to figure out where the center of that thing is. We'll just assume it's right there. Yeah. Now that we have that, very nice smooth gradient, can start working our way around this here curve. Which we will approximate TM. And do a very good job of approximating. Actually, let's just want to check. Is this going to check if this is going to fill the whole thing? And by that I mean, go, where the heck are the center of these things anyway? We'll just say that they're there. Doesn't look right. Well, in order to figure that out, you can take one of them at a time. Hooray! Except it's not hooray because I still can't see it. Did I take all of these anyway? Looks like I did. And with that done, we finally select them all, hit the Viperin plus paste button, or rather the hotkey for it, and hope that we remember how to just eyeball a 60-degree angle and have it work, which it looks like we don't remember how to do. That's no problem because it looks good. Except for this one gap here. And the gap is now filled. So now we have an octagon thingy with a hexagon with a fuzzy hexagon thingy inside it. And we can now take that and we can make it our new cloud texture. And we can check the object count and say that, oh shoot, it's like 200 objects. It's like 160 objects. And that makes me suspect that I don't actually have all of the objects selected. Because it should be 72, 8 times 9. 87. Oh, right, there was one extra. Just link that, or no. I'm gonna take the 2 from the center. Take those, link them. Link those. And finally, link all of these. Because each of those is the same color and layer. Now we just kind of hope that it looks okay when we make a whole bunch of those and copy and paste them in a ring. Current object count on this thing is 3,300. Oh no, not even. Well over 3,000. So, oh, geez, 4,000 even. So it looks like it's currently well over 4,000 objects. Oh, geez, it keeps going. Yeah, therein lie the perils of copy and pasting something too much. How much did I miss here? Still more. Not everything is linked, apparently. Is there anything in here? Oh, yep, there is. Okay, that might actually be all of them. Okay, I think that's it. 4,700. Yeah, I think that whatever this ends up being when I copy and paste it in a ring like that, it's going to be less than what I have right now. Now move this. Actually, I can move all of this to layer 9. And check the size. Size looks pretty good. How many layers of this are there? A lot. You can even make these rotate around themselves. Probably not going to, because that might make the game have a stroke, but it's an option. Spin it a little bit. And probably take this one and mess with the layering a little bit. Hello, Hemlock VR. Welcome to stream. Now they fit snugly behind each other. And we take this, copy and paste it, we move it around. I wonder whether and this is going to be mostly just a prototype, but whatever. And actually, let's see how many objects this is. Still a lot, but not as many. I literally am on the farthest zoomed out distance, and this thing is huge. And most of it is copy and pasted. Finally, the main cloud layer. This is after I optimized it. I'm missing something. Maybe. Oh, stink. It's so big it doesn't even fit in this area. But yeah, I'm moving you over there. There's literally nowhere I can put this thing so that it won't be on screen like the entire time. I can't remember what the grouping is. 52. Oh, whatever it is, it's gone now. Where's the rotates? Where are the rotators? Okay, I think that's all of it. Still can't figure out where the heck the rotates are. Oh, there. What the? $35, about 36. That's 38. Okay. Wonder why I have so many groups. 35, 51. $35. Hello, XX Jimmy Gaming XX3. Yeah, it's definitely fewer objects. I'm not sure how it looks though. If you zoom in, it looks pretty nice. It's probably what the player sees. I'd probably even add like extra layers or something at this point. All right, that is probably an improvement. Delete this, because I forgot to move this to layer 0. And I think that is the gameplay fix. The cloud fix is underway. Cloud fix is well underway, which is great. And now we can go back to messing around with vaguely sinusoidal curves. And I think that's going pretty well as well also. So yeah, we are making signs. I think 4 or 5x amplitude might be the highest that I go for that. So 4 or 5, probably 5. So for that, copy this, we flip it, we throw a piece of tracing paper over it. Oops. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So it should be like 1, 2, maybe 3 blocks above that. I wonder if this is not really. I want the apex to be right about there. Okay, this is a little, that's a little high. Probably decrease that one a smidge. Just a smidge. Like audio might say. For decreasing that one, that means we can increase that one. How many do I have in there? I got hair on my screen or something. But yeah, they're making these big wavy going up and down. Do I know what I'm doing? Not really. Probably be better off making a ellipsoid sinusoid. I would absolutely not be better off making ellipsoid sinusoid in this game. Why does that look off? I cannot tell. Is that a, oh, what is that? Yeah, we can call that good enough. Copy, paste, rotate, repeat. Nice. Check the amplitude. Found out about a board games club in the general area I live in lately. Meets on Saturdays at I think at noon, which unfortunately means that I missed this week's meeting, but who knows, I'll probably be able to catch them sometime soon. Looks like people are no longer watching the stream. So, oh man, I've been going for an hour and a half. I might decide to wrap up before long. What do I want to do with this? I guess I can just make it the same spot as that and then move it over until those line up. Now we have one period of the sinusoid. And now we have 2 periods of the sinusoid. So now you can take this along with all that, and hopefully we can take this and make it just plunge right through. With a quick group assignment. Move 2.2, maybe 20, ease out. Can't remember what group I used. 65. Actually make it slightly longer. make that ease in out, but with a lot less easing. And I want it to last until about there. So let's try 3 seconds, which is of course way too much. 2 seconds, just a little bit too much. 1.8. Of course, it's got to be 1.7. And play test. I'm not good at this. Dang it. Too much lag. Gonna be tough to put a start position. Check how this, keep this. Not really. The drawing back should have better easing than that, so we will make it ease in and out. Think I gave it a layer that is not going to be beneficial in the slightest. Didn't link anything, so now I have to select manually. Great. Oh, and it's under everything. And I missed a couple of objects. Make it lock to player X, because honestly that's going to make my life a little bit easier. Now instead of 500, player goes to the left at like 1.9 or 2. Perfect. Can also make it move up a little bit. Like 50. I don't know how closely that's going to sync with the camera view, but whatever. Also want to have it toggle on right there. It's not what I meant to do. Toggle off for then. Now we check to see if it looks right. I'm not smart. So first of all, let's make it have all the same layer. How far to the right is it? It is precisely that far to the right. And instead of moving that far, I should have added instead of subtracting. So minus 840. See how that works. It seems delayed for some reason. Probably because it is delayed. Nine circles high score? Meaning, have I beaten 9 circles? What? I have beaten 9 circles, if that's what you mean. Figured as much. Need to make the easing even less. I'm pretty sure I have beaten 9 circles. Yeah, it looks like that doesn't actually work, so... Probably move that up like 1 step or 2. That way the first one doesn't throw you off. Move that up a smidge. Only 11? Get good. Now, on a more serious note, it did take me a while to even just get to the drop, honestly. 15? Well, it sounds like you only just started playing it, so... You're fine. It'll take a while, but it's not a terribly hard level. But yeah, now we have this thing that is a nice wavy. It's nice and it is wavy. You haven't even done a practice run? Yeah, it's gonna... for a level of that difficulty, you kind of need to do a practice run. Have some idea of what you're doing, especially in the later sections. Good luck practicing those from the start. Let's see, where does the 1, 2, 3, 4... So I can take this, take all of it, flip it both ways. And then panic as I realize I didn't actually check whether it leads back to the same spot. It does. Okay. It's close. But now it's accurate. And now we have this. So it goes from a small wave to a bigger wave and then back to no wave. And then it can go around in the loops. Have a few Hello Pepitico, welcome to stream. We are building a level. And so far it's looking okay. So far it's doing okay. This is something that I'm probably going to get rid of and replace with that. Because if you zoom all the way in, it looks decently like clouds. Yeah. How am I? Not very how. I don't think I've been in all how for a long time, said Eeyore. Kind of wondering whether I should make each of these rotate. I probably shouldn't, but I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm honestly still trying to decide which designs I want to put in which part. I hate how long I've been working on this and how early stage it still feels. I said that I was going to take this and put it in the early part of the level, so I'm going to do that now. Let's see. Just put it on the first platform. And hope that I didn't accidentally move it too far down. Looks like I didn't. So yeah, those can be bright and vibrant, while the other areas can be a bit more subdued. And I might just leave it at here. Well, no, not quite. I still want to. Well, I'm struggling too, so join the club. I'm struggling to figure out what exactly I want to do with this. And I also realized that that block is going to be too big, which means I'm going to have to use these, but I'm probably going to have to scale them up. I don't really want to do that because it's going to be super grainy. At least for people who aren't going on the high level of detail. And I'm also going to have to... Oh, that's linked, so I can just unlink that. Come on, give me the object I'm trying to select already. Sure, that works. And I now realize that I've got this pointing the wrong direction. Now I can move it half a block up. And I can't even remember how I did that. How did I do that edging? How the heck did I do that? Ah, it was good. It was all the layering. I needed to put in a lot of layering. Okay. Now I have to decide I don't actually want to use the dark version, which I think I do. And after that, we need a block like this. And we need this block to, never mind. Still trying to, I can't even organize my thoughts. Let's see. What is the width of this? 2 steps, 4 steps. Okay. And that's probably too small. So instead of that, we can do that. We can do it like so. Can I do a showcase in a minute? Honestly, there's a lot of stuff in the level that are either placeholders or just stuff that is going to be deleted, but I'm not entirely sure whether I want to delete it. So I'm keeping it around just in case. Garbage like that. Don't tell me that. That is so annoying. Ah! So close to being perfect, and I hate that it isn't quite. I'm already zoomed in all the way. And probably fix it with some layering shenanigans. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix it with some layering shenanigans. Great. And to do that, take this, we move it down 1 layer, and we give it the medium version. And do the same with this one. And then we can put in thanks, Ghost Mode. It's 4 by 1.5. Is this the right size? Actually, we can copy values, paste state, paste color, move it up to layer 7. And now, I think it is. Okay, so now we have that kind of done. Did not mean to hit that. Just trying to figure out where I am. Give this the light version. I hit the wrong button, but that's fine. Give it the paste color. Pasta the color. Probably going to raise the brightness of this just a smidge. Oh my goodness. That might not have done anything. There we go. That might have been a rather large smidge, but whatever. Actually, yeah, I don't want to. I don't know what I want to do. We'll just leave it. We can leave it for now. And get this moved over, given the medium value. What is the dark value? 24 and 88. Okay, slightly darker than, that might be slightly darker than the medium. Can't tell. And right. Move that. Paste color. Why is that on? I must have hit paste state. Okay, finally. Group 4, paste color. C4, paste color. And then I need one of these scaled down to 0.5. Like so. Paste color, paste state. And on layer 5. Now I can take this, give it this medium value, one down with color, copy and paste those over, go down to 2, and then we can add in does this all select? Okay, it does. You can add in the border lines. Show the progress. All right, it's honestly kind of laggy. It's actually it's very laggy, but sure. Give a showcase. You don't even see that at all. Whoops. Whatever. We'll see the other end of it, and we'll see it also. Looks like I might have to fix some things with the WAF strat that I put in. I'll have to fix a lot of things in the WAF strat that I put in. Oops, whatever. But basically that. And what kind of color should I give this one? I don't know. Let's give it, I don't know, this medium one. Thanks, Womp. I'm glad you like it. Now, I guess we can... Hello, Michael. Welcome to stream. I can't tell which side is which. Give it this color. Move it down. And that might be almost done. Okay. I just realized that I've got all of the layering. All of the layering is going to be wrong because it's going to be the same layer as these. Which means I'm going to have to change it. But that won't take too long. Especially since I remembered it now and not like 5 minutes from now. Still rather annoying. Let's see, we'll make it -1 because I don't really know. -2. I don't know what layer these are on. It's on 1. -3 then. -2, except, oh shoot. -4. Now that can be -1. And now it works. Michael, I just showcased the level. I also just realized that I can take this and replace it with that. And now we take this whole thing and shove it over to that side. And connect them up at some point. And also give all of these, I'm gonna have to give all of those a slightly different color and also a different layer. Layer 2, and we give them, what colors do we have? Rather a lot. We'll give them 22, and we will make 22 be copy color 11 with the saturation down a little, brightness down a little. This looks weird. Because we need both base and detail to be 22. Much better. Oh. You're to unrated? I have no idea what you're trying to say by that. Did you mean you're too underrated? Dang it, I've got a pixel disconnect there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And now we just finally move it down. If anyone's wondering, I believe I blatantly copied this idea, this styling idea from FJUD. So, yeah. Now we do a thonk because I'm not sure how to fill in the gaps. I honestly hope that I don't get huge one day. Audio visual can have that. I don't really know if I could cope with any sort of like actual fame without it going to my head. Not very good at keeping to the shadows, as it were. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Dang it. Back to that. Yeah, audio might be underrated, but I think his popularity is finally starting to catch up to his quality, which is honestly hype. We can all stand Grover Cleveland. I missed an object. And honestly, if I mainly just kind of live in audiovisual's shadow, that'll be with like I don't know, occasional recognition, that'll be fine by me. Because right now, I kind of feel like I'm a bit like a mini audiovisual. How long have I been making Deco? Honestly, I started playing around and I first was introduced to the game right at the end of 1.8. Because like one of my first memories of the game is going, huh, the difficulty icons changed for a whole bunch of the levels. Does it do that when you improve at the game? And at that point, I don't think I'd even seen anything past Polargeist. Maybe even Back on Track. I don't know how much I'd seen. I don't think I'd seen much of the game at all. I downloaded the Furl version early to mid 1.9, I think. How much space does that give me? Very little. if you don't have any idea how to decorate, don't worry. It took me like 5 years to get any good at it whatsoever. I still don't think I'm that great at it because I can never execute my ideas properly. I wasn't even good at making layouts for quite a while. Well, yeah, I give it maybe 6 months to a year before I learned how to make a half decent layout. Before then, it was just the hottest of little Timmy garbage. You want Spook04, you want design ideas? I can download the level and play it later, but since this is not a level request stream, I will not be playing it on stream, blah blah blah. You know the drill by now. But I can definitely leave feedback, ideas, whatever in comments. Feel free to say in chat if there's anything in particular you want me to take a look at or that you're having trouble with. I can't guarantee that I'm going to have any idea what the heck you're trying to do, but I can always try. Not really sure I have any idea what I'm doing here. What object can I use there? Can I shove in one of these? Not quite, just barely doesn't work. Or actually, are we good? Are we good? Did I get the mouse precision? I think I got the mouse precision. Bye, Michael. See you at some point later, maybe. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming, honestly, so no guarantees that no guarantees that I'll still be on when you get back. Now I'm not sure whether I want to take this and what do I want to do with this? Two-thirds, sure. It's currently at 0.5. I can make it a full-scaled one. If we can figure out which spot this is in, it is in that spot. Now we give it that, and we say, okay, done, copy and paste, copy and paste. That's probably going to be half a pixel off in some cases. Yep. Wonder what the boundaries on this are. And I guess now we just select all of this, copy and paste, flip, move. And I think that's a pretty good start. I think I'm also going to make group color 22 be a slight hue shift. Ah, very nice. Looks like the colors are all differentiable from each other. Spook04, are you in Audiovisual server? Or Woolsey's server? Or what servers are you in? I have to activate the right group. Group 4. Okay. Group 4, acquireth. Group 4. All are have group 4. Except like 2 objects that I somehow missed. Man. That's so weird, it's not lagging here. Okay, guess I missed that jump. I have to move these down a bit, or scale them down or something. Let me just download your level real quick. I.hate? That's a weird name. Why hate though? E colon. I think that's correct. Yeah, it's almost 2.5 hours. I probably will call it quits here. For a, let's see. For a fun time, play the IF game. For a certified fun time, play Mount Carl. And have a nice rest of your day. See you next time.